Hey everyone, welcome to Massachusetts Sports Central. This is our recap of the Patriots' Week 13 game versus the Buffalo Bills. Pats get off to a slow start, but have a strong second half to beat the Bills 23-3. The offense had issues finishing drives again, but otherwise it was a very strong game overall for New England. The Pats deferring and give the Bills the ball to start. Buffalo makes an impressive drive down the field, chewing up over 7 minutes, and get the ball down to the Pats' 6. But on first and goal, Tyrod throws a pick to former Bills practice squad player Eric Lee in just his second game with the Patriots to end the drive. On the Pats drive, they move the ball some, but don't look sharp and end up settling for a 50-yard Gostkowski field goal for the 3-0 lead. On the next drive, the Pats D forces a punt with a series that includes a sack from Lee, giving the ball back to the offense after the touchback. New England didn't do anything with it, but one notable play was Brady getting tripped up by Burkhead and threw an incomplete pass as his knee hits the ground. The Bills actually challenged the call, apparently forgetting that to be down by contact means a guy from their team actually has to touch him. Bills lose the challenge and lose a timeout. After forcing another punt, the Pats quickly moved the ball down the field fast with Lewis getting his career-high 44-yard rush down to the Buffalo 7. Unfortunately, the Bills' defense held strong, and they had to settle for a 31-yard field goal. The defense stifles the Bills again, but Buffalo was able to match the field goal, just getting a 49er to clear in the wind. Getting near halftime, the Pats get the ball back and start moving it, and coming out of the 2-minute warning, Burkhead gets off a big run of 31 yards, getting it down to the Buffalo 30. The stout Buffalo defense held again and forced another field goal attempt, with Gostkowski hitting from 39 yards to go to the half up 9-3. Pats get the ball to start the second half and hope to pull off their patented score at the end of the first half and to start the second. They did just that, marching down the field with Brady going 5 for 5 for 59 yards, including 3 to Gronk for 19, 16, and 15 yards. They capped the drive with a 1-yard touchdown run by Burkhead. The defense holds again, and after a big 19-yard sack by Van Noy on third down, the Bills punt again. The Pats once again marched down the field with Brady completing his first 8 passes of the half after going 8 for 14 and 96 yards in the first half. By the end of the drive, he was 9 for 10 for 111 yards in the second half. Burkhead caps it off with his second TD with a 14-yard run right after running for a 9 the previous play. The defense forces another punt on the next drive and going to give a little more Eric Lee love, as on back-to-back plays, he tips a pass at the line that is almost picked off by Wise, and then almost sacks Taylor and hits him as he throws, and he let loose an ugly duck that bounces like 10 yards away from the closest player. The Bills finally stop the Pats and force a punt, then drive down the field. Taylor gets hurt during the drive, so they had to turn to Peterman, who, but he didn't actually implode like his start 2 weeks ago. They get all the way down to the Pats 1, but turn it over on an incompletion on 4th and goal. Gilmore had several good plays against his former team on the drive, including breaking up 2 passes in the end zone, one of which was that 4th down play. On the next drive, lots of craziness happens, with it ending with Gronk being molested on a pass that ends up being picked off when holding wasn't called. Then multiple fouls on both teams result in the end giving the Bills the ball, but with a 15-yard penalty backing them up. Probably not enough for anyone to get suspended, but there could be some fines coming Gronk and Dola's way. Gronk especially with his fairly blatant late hit after the interception of the player who was already down and out of bounds. The Bills turn it over on downs, and the Pats start to kill the clock, running it down to the 2-minute warning before punting it back. Buffalo goes 4 and out, turning it over on downs again before Hoyer relieves Brady for the kneel downs for the win. The Pats defense was phenomenal, with only giving up one pretty long field goal while getting a red zone turnover on the only really deep drive of the day. They also only gave up 268 total yards while holding them to 5 for 13 on third downs and 0 for 3 on fourth. Funny enough, despite those numbers, the Bills actually ran pretty well on them, getting 183 yards and 7 yards per rush. However, that just means that they totally shut down the passing game with the two QBs combining for 15 for 34 for 115 yards, and with 4 sacks for 30 yards. It actually goes in the book as only 85 net passing yards. Ouch. On the offense, the running game was clicking with the team getting 193 yards. Lewis just missed his second straight 100-yard game, getting 92 on 15 carries for a nice 6.13 yards per rush. Burkhead also had a nice game on the ground with 78 yards on 12 carries for a great 6.5 yard per carry average, and also had those 2 TDs. He also contributed in the passing game with 3 catches for 25 yards, giving him 103 scrimmage yards on the day. Several guys contributed in the passing game, but only Gronk stood out with by far the most catches with 9 and well over half of the total receiving yards for the team with 147. Brady was okay, but not great. That being said, he was 21 for 30 with 258 yards. However, he didn't have a touchdown for the first time since opening night and also had the BS pick. It also was definitely a tale of two halves for him, where the very lackluster first was supplanted by a great second, where he went 13 for 16 for 162 yards, but had that interception on one of those 3 incompletions. Even with the lackluster game, Brady continues to lead the league in completions with 300 and yards with 3,632. And even with Alex Smith's monster game, he still leads in passer rating at 109.7. Despite his interception in interceptions in back-to-back weeks, he still leads in TD to INT ratio with 6.5 to 1. And he also moved into second place in completion percentage at 68.5%. He remains second in touchdowns with 26, but is now tied with Russell Wilson after his 3 TD game on Sunday night. All right, the Pats play their 3rd straight AFC game next week as they travel to Miami for their 2nd Dolphin game. Thanks for watching, and please like, comment, and share the videos and subscribe to our channel. You can also follow us on other social media. Facebook and Twitter are both @MA Sports Central. Thanks, and we will see you soon.